figured out how do we deal with these arrogant, entrenched, malevolent people who have arrogated to themselves all these powers, operate in a sense autonomously, in some cases have very destructive effects through their policies on citizens, but they never take any kind of accountability, and it seems impossible for the president to get rid of them. And if you can't get rid of them, you're not really their boss, are you? Imagine being the boss of a company where you can't fire the employees. Well, you're not really the boss. And one would have to say that in areas where that is the case, think of a president of a college who can't fire his faculty because they have tenure, well, you have to say that the president doesn't really run that college. He's only in name the chief executive, but in many cases, it's the faculty that runs those institutions. Well, the Trumpian solution was Schedule F. And what is Schedule F? It's kind of a new category. I like to think that F actually stands for being fired. It isn't what it really stands for. But nevertheless, think of Schedule F as a mechanism for redesignating career bureaucrats into a new category where they can be fired. And this is huge because this is a way to take these people from a protected category. It's almost like taking faculty members and saying, all right, you have a tenure track and you're a tenured professor, but we are now reclassifying a large majority of the professoriate so that they're no longer on a tenure track. They are now on a contract track. They can be hired and fired in the same way that if you have a contractor, you can bring him on to do a job and then goodbye, he has to go. Or if you don't like his work, you basically terminate the contract. When the Congressional Budget Office did a study of how many of its employees could be moved into this Schedule F category, it turns out majority, 88% of them. And so this is very promising because it means that you can take whole agencies, move large numbers of bureaucrats into the Schedule F category. And I'm not saying that all of them have to be automatically fired, but here is where Doge comes in. Here is where Elon Musk comes in and Vivek Ramaswamy, because their examinations of the federal bureaucracy are utterly useless if you can't fire people, if you can't close down those agencies, if you can't get rid of people and replace them or not replace them at all. Remember when Elon Musk came to Twitter, he essentially got rid of 80% of the people there, and the organization and the platform worked just fine. I'd love to see if the government can work on a similar principle, but to do that, you've got to eradicate droves of bureaucrats. Now, this is going to be a beautiful sight to behold. Bureaucrats running in all directions. It's almost like I see a movie image of this in my mind, and it's actually quite a delightful sight to behold.